everyone. Welcome to Writing Wednesday for February 2025. This is my writing vlog for the month, and I've been productive so far. I've got housework I want to do and more organization for my household. But I've done a lot on my desk. Doesn't necessarily look like it, but it is a lot better, and it's functional, and I've been writing, and that's the important thing. This green journal reminded me of a diary I had in 1968 for Christmas. I liked this multicolored purple pen and fuchsia pen with it, and I had my friends on Facebook vote, and fuchsia won, so I'll be using that with this journal. I fell in love with fountain pens this month. The book on memoir, I used this flower power pen, which is actually cherry blossoms. And these journals I'm using for various points in history. I have done a lot of organization this month, and I'm going to go through a few of the things that I've done. One thing is I got this wonderful DOS speaker, and it's fun because it lights up, if I can get it to light up. There it goes, and it lights up and changes lights as it plays. I just love it. It's so much fun. And I made a playlist of 1967-68 songs that I remember my cousins and I listening to back in the day. And my mom would play the radio every morning when I was a little girl, and I remember these songs too on the radio. And or some of them, not all of them. Anyway, so that is something that I've been doing. I've been working in this workbook, which is teaching me more about the memoir. Although my first novel that I'm working on, which is 67-68, it's kind of a memoir, but I'm also going to fictionalize it a great deal because I have lost touch with my cousins, and I certainly wouldn't want to hurt them. And so it's going, it will have some of the funny things that happened that year, mostly how I felt about certain things before and during that year, and why we fell out, although more of the real reason why we fell out of being in touch to a degree will come up in another book if I get to it. Because this will be almost like a little series within the series that I'm working on, and I don't know when this one will come out. I'm writing it kind of first, and then I probably will be tweaking it a great deal, but it won't necessarily be the first book that I publish. And I might read little bits and bobs to you as I go on. But I found this book to be very helpful in studying the genre of memoir. Now, my story, like I said, I'm going to fictionalize quite a bit of it, and it will not be a memoir per se. And like I said, I don't plan on this being the first one that I publish, which is disappointing because I wanted to publish something this year, and I don't know if I'll get 2 books done, but that's my task because this would not be the book that I would publish first. So I'm going to work on this, and then I'm going to be working on something else that is inspired by people in my family, looking at them as characters and creating characters about them, but definitely more fictional because I never knew these people. And it will be a historical fiction for sure because I was not alive. There's my little keyboard thing I have to put on my computer. But I have a bunch of journals here. And I don't know if I'll start with this one. But I will want to do, this one is black, and let's get these a little bit out here. That's a box of scrapbooking stuff I've been doing. I'm doing lots of different things. And this is going to be about colonial days. I have relatives on my father's side of the family, and I'm not really concentrating on them right now. I'm going to be concentrating on my mother's side. My father's side, I can't find, except where I can find where my father's surname came from, which was in the late 1600s. Some of them came from Europe, and some of them the 1700s. There may be some Native American on that side, but mostly we've been here so long that genealogy and ancestry will put me as Irish and Scottish immigrants in Kentucky and Ohio. So yeah, I'm like our vice president. That's J.D. Vance's Hillbilly Elegy I've been listening to, and I have actually a copy of it that I had on my books that I wanted to read, and with all the moves I lost it. So I think I started it, but I didn't get very far. And I'm about right now where I was in the book that I read, but it's kind of fun to listen to him. I'm listening to him on Audible and sometimes on my speaker. And when I'm not doing writing. When I'm doing writing, I have to listen to music because it might interfere with my writing. But when I'm doing other tasks, like the organization that I did, all of these binders have old print-offs of stories that some of them I didn't even know I wrote. One thing, unfortunately, I had the first part of a screenplay, and I can't find it, but I have the outline of the entire screenplay. So where everything went. But that outline is good because I can use that for a book. And that will probably be, I think that's in this one, or it's in one of them anyway. And no, this one has The Practical Nurse that I started working on, which is one of my green World War II journals. So, I mean, I'll be looking at reading various history parts, and I actually today have bought another journal. I'm gonna buy one more yet. I have the last three. I have to change what they're for. But anyway, this black one is for 1600s to 1830s. And, if I find Native American stuff, I might put it in here. Just depends on how much room I have left and most of these will be history notes, but, with ideas for things I want to put in a novel. And I have a navy one, and this is the one I probably will be starting to work with. I'll probably be transferring it over there because I'm going to start reading the history. It's going to be mostly Civil War. I have it in red here, red ink, because the black wasn't showing up so much on this. The red isn't showing up exactly either, so I may have to use a different marker. But it's to focus on immigration and of German immigrants, and then the Civil War. So I have that there, but I'm probably going to rewrite that a little bit so it's a little clearer to see. And I'm going to keep this one out, I think. And then I'll scoop my thing over a little bit more. I have a different pen in each one. And most of these are, I fell in love with fountain pens this month. So this one I think is a fountain pen. This book, I have a couple of these journals that I'm going to be using. And they're going to kind of be an agenda of what I want to get done on my book when I get going, and like with this one. And also it should be really, really fun because I'll have like an agenda on what I'm doing in here, and probably character sketches and outlines for chapters and so on. And so it's kind of like a little workbook diary of my writing. So, and I might do that for every novel. We'll see. I'm just going to see how the process works with this first one. And like I said, I'm not sure I'll publish this one first. We'll see, but a lot of things going on. And like I said, I've been doing a lot of work. Not what one might expect exactly, but I don't know. We'll see. Not exactly what I wanted to get done. I see I have my cards. I have to, now I've got that messed up. I'm going to have to change that. It's going to bother me. And I love this pen. It's got cherry blossoms, which remind me of Flower Power of the 1967-68. And it's got a great vibe for it anyway. So it's been fun, a fun month. And I'm going to do a little work today, and I'll do a little time lapse of today's work, and there'll probably be others in here as I vlog the rest of the month. So here I am writing in the memoir book. I left some of the prompts blank because I'm going to use them for other pieces of work. They do suggest that memoirs are fictionalized quite a bit, so whether what I'm going to work on is a memoir or not is up for debate. I would say it's going to be a little bit like Laura Ingalls Wilder's books in that respect. I finally decided to film another clip. I've been trying so many different days. My voice sounds better. I'm off antibiotic today. I'm not feeling so good. I needed to sleep a little bit more, I think, and I couldn't because the water department needed to come to our house to put a different meter in, and the meter might interact with our electric and gas. We might get a letter from them, we're told. And there were 3 letters. I almost got my water turned off this week because there were 3 letters. 3 letters that were in a pile of mail listed to my husband. He didn't open them when I was sick this last month. And they're only from this last month. Maybe 2. It's been really bad for me to be sick like this because I'm the one that kind of runs the household. But hopefully I'm on the mend. But that means I'm not going to push it today. I am trying to just kind of relax until it's time to take my blood pressure medicine. And I got to get that checked out because they upped my medication, and they wanted to up it more than they did, and I didn't really want that quite because I was in the middle of being sick. So I have a feeling I need to see the doctor again soon. Darn. But anyway, I have a new pen, and I went fountain pen crazy. This is a cross fountain pen. I have this other brand, this is Burgundy, and it's going to go with my Burgundy journal, which is going to be for current journaling. It didn't come, it seems, with the ink. Sometimes they do, but this one didn't, which is okay because I have plenty of, usually they do, I don't understand. Maybe it's in this. There it is. And is it black? It's black, good. I was like, what? It didn't come with it? Anyway, you click it. The pen's the Wordsworth brand. My cross pen, well, the one that came, the ink cartridge that came with it, it wasn't working real well. So I just put in a refill and it worked fine. I don't know why. Sometimes, it's like everything. Sometimes there's a little dud. And that one must have been just a little bit of a dud. Usually they work fine. But anyway, so there's my little scribbling. I'm checking it out. Now this one is for a current day journal that I plan to start using. Writing in it kind of like, oh, a diary. Sort of a diary of what's happening in my life. And I'm going to start it soon. And I'm putting it right here. Because it's burgundy. I'm thinking of this time in my life is like a fine wine. So I went for wine colored. Anyway, so that was that. This one is a totally fictional story that I'm hoping to have within my novels. There'll be a story within a story, kind of somewhat narration. And this is to write that out. It would be kind of a novel of itself. And it's based on kind of the friendship I had with a guy when I was growing up. But it's not just that particular guy. It'll be many different boys that I knew growing up that were just my friends, just my pals. And so it won't really be him per se, but he inspired it. A certain friend of mine. I forgot to tell you what these were. I have these really pretty knobs I'm going to be putting on some of my stuff in this area eventually. So I'm excited about that. My little sewing station, ironing station kind of thing that I have, where you see boxes always behind me. It's behind me right now, and to the right. Had the knob off because my grandson took it off. And so I decided to bejewel my area a little bit. And, I don't know, go for that aesthetic. But anyway, little time lapse now. So I was distracted by my face in this one. I look a little blotchy, so I put it in black and white. But what I'm doing is I'm reading a lot of good information, like you create a playlist of songs of the era of your memoir, which I did this month, which was really cool to find out. There are several other things that I did this month that were on their list of ideas. I kept any prompt areas for some future work, and so it was really quite a productive day, even though I was really pretty tired yesterday. Okay, so what I did is you saw me going through a timeline of my life. I was finishing that up from the last time I looked at this book. Much of it I'm keeping for another memoir that I want to write in an actual memoir form, which I'm not sure I'd publish until I have my children published after I'm gone. But I do have a memoir or two that I do want to write, actual memoirs. And so that's another reason I'm studying the form. So I leave some of the workbook stuff that doesn't apply to what I'm doing, which isn't a true memoir, to another time. And so that is what I am going to be finishing up, skimming through this a little bit, because I want to get to the actual starting of outlining what happened that year and then go from there in my green book tomorrow. I'm not going to do it today. I wanted to do it today, but we had that whole thing this morning that exhausted me, and I just don't feel so good. So we're going to go with the flow and wait for tomorrow. Anyway, this is going to be the end of that video that I started last time. I'll have a few other things that I added in, and it'll make hopefully more of a cohesive sense. Hope you did enjoy this video. I don't know. Sometimes I don't like myself on camera when I see what I've been doing. I'm not so sure if I should be doing this, but I am. So anyway, I will be looking forward to doing more content for next month. And hopefully I'll have a chapter or two of this actual project I'm working on. Hopefully I'll have some kind of writing. That's what I want to do on my computer. In a perfect world, I even will have started that cereal that I want to tell you about, but I'm not sure. We'll go from there. See you soon. Ooh, I just am reading and it says right here, make a playlist of the music from that time, which is what I did this month. Yay me! A while later, and I did finish skimming the book, and I have a couple of tabs I want to double tab because I want to come back to them. I have some little tiny notes written. All these tabs are key points to look at in the future when I come back to this for a different memoir. I'm probably going to earmark that timeline of my life too that I wrote. So I did do that. The rest I didn't really fill in the charts, but they're for other projects. So studied about the memoir this month. So that is a done deal for February. It's the 24th, I believe, today. So I'm doing pretty good. I feel like February was a successful month. Every day just about I got in my chair at 2 or 3 o'clock till about 5. Sometimes 4, like today. I'm going to probably quit early because I didn't have lunch, and which might be why I'm now lightheaded, but I had a late breakfast. I started with my sleep machine yesterday and today, so I am trying to get back in the groove of that and getting decent sleep. So sleeping in bed for the first time after 5 months, that's been interesting too. So that's, all of that's been kind of part of this month's story. But anyway, I'm feeling more like I'm getting into the writing groove, so that's good. Once I've written the rough draft of this, I'm going to call myself a writer. Not yet. I know I am, but I'm not going to call myself a writer. I'm not even going to call myself an author until it's published. I think I know someone that calls himself an author, and yeah, I'm not going to do that until I actually have a published book. Selling author, that comes after I get a sales. Best-selling, I'm not sure that's ever going to happen, but oh, we can dream. Anyway, so that's going to be it for today because I'm kind of tired. I'm going to put my new books where they need to be, and maybe I'll read a little later. I'm not sure I will even do that. I might even store them in here because I don't think I'm going to do any reading today. I think that's going to be something I save for another day. Anyway, I have a lot of more organizing because I think this is a little distracting to have all these, but it's coming. It's coming. Everything's a work in progress. The fact is I have places to write, and that's what I wanted this month. And to start the writing process, which most definitely I have. I have the pre-write written. But now I have to do the actual pre-writing. So that could be fun. And this one isn't going to be that hard because I have a pretty good memory of what happened. And I want to just kind of panster with it. I'm more of a panster than a planster. Panster is somebody that just writes like Stephen King, just writes into the book. And me, I like to do it that way. I find outlining really bogs down my process. I do it because I think it's a good way to organize yourself, but it's not my favorite way to do things at all. So yeah, I'm not sure about that anymore, but that's the way it is. So I'm going to stop here again. If you like this video, don't forget to put the thumbs up button, and please do subscribe to my channel, An Accidental Retiree. I'm Tammy E. Bye for now, and God bless. See you soon.